All right, so check this out. Donald Trump is currently sprinting away from any conversation about Jeffrey Epstein and the files that he refuses to release. Donald Trump is trying to do everything to get people to stop talking about it and distract people, whether that be going to soccer events in New Jersey, hoping to get some good PR, or just posting relentlessly on Truth Social, hoping to change the conversation online. He is working overtime to get people to drop the story, but anywhere he goes, whether it be virtually on social media or in person, the story continues to follow him and it will not be going anywhere. And I want to start here to really show you some examples of this. In the past 24 hours, Donald Trump has continued to post on Truth Social like he did today. 12 hours ago, he uploaded this video that's essentially basic propaganda. It's Propaganda 101. They're talking about Donald Trump in this video as if he's a god. And normally on Truth Social, the people in the comments who are MAGA through and through would be praising him, defending him, calling the greatest thing ever. But in the comments of this video, the tune is just a little bit different. People are still demanding that he release these files. He's just not going to be able to get away from this. So I want to show you this video. We won't watch the whole thing. Trust me, it's not worth it. And then I want to show you a couple comments to just give you an idea of what MAGA is still saying to Trump.
Donald was the young man who was going to conquer Manhattan.
He takes chances that would make a less daring man shudder.
To think about the arc of where he's been in, it's like some sort of mythical story or something.
This sounds like political presidential talk to me.
Donald Trump seems to always get stronger when challenged.
My God, that guy's got resilience.
Those who deal with you underestimate you and live to regret it.
It's always good to be underestimated. It is not about politics. It's about...
I mean, I genuinely feel sick watching this video. I'm going to stop it right there. But I wasn't lying when I said it's Propaganda 101. This reminds me of a video that like the Russian government or the North Korean government would release to their citizens to get them to support their dictator leader. It reeks of just propaganda. But as I mentioned, the comments, even MAGA fans are not falling for it. This account, which has a QAnon username, so that's how you know it's no liberal, it's certainly a Republican, they said, we want the pedos exposed, release the Epstein files, we the people's voices will only continue to grow louder. And then they included a meme of Pam Bondi that is insulting her. It's a picture of her saying, stop talking about Epstein, and the response is, you know what, I'm going to ask even harder about Jeffrey Epstein. The next one from Unmitigated Gal, who has a tattoo of a libertarian slogan as her profile picture. So again, no liberal, responded with an AI image of Jeffrey Epstein holding a cardboard cutout that says, release the files. And these are the two top comments on Donald Trump's post. The first one has 1,500 likes. The second one has 1,000 likes. So these are comments that obviously people are agreeing with and liking them in response to Donald Trump. But it didn't stop there. That was like one of the first posts he put out today to try to distract people. His most recent one is even more weird. 2 hours ago at around 7:51 p.m. Eastern time, Donald Trump put out this post saying, in between meetings and phone calls, and of course not releasing the files, it was a great honor to win the member championship at Trump National Bedminster, gross, no strokes, with Tommy as my partner. The many other competitors were not only great golfers, but also terrific people, says Donald Trump. And here he is with his buddy Tommy, holding, I guess, their trophy from winning this made-up golf tournament. So, as you can see, again, just a distraction tactic. Just put out photos, praise himself, saying, hey, I won this golf tournament, everybody should love me. But still, the comments, many of them are not in Donald Trump's favor. Here's one, John W., saying, we won't stop demanding the Epstein files. People need to be held accountable, even if it means economic chaos from all the billionaires being locked up. Prove you're not just as corrupt as every president or politician before you. Release the Epstein files, or you are admitting to being just like all the rest of them. The next one says, if you spent less time golfing, you might find time to release the Epstein files. Here's another one from this username, as you can see right here, somebody that may not be a fan of Donald Trump, with an AI photo of him wearing a hat that says, I'm on the list. And there are many, many different comments like this under Donald Trump's post. He cannot get away from it. He's actively trying. I mean, you can see on social media when he's putting out all of these different posts, hoping and praying that people will just praise him and fall in line. It's not working. It's completely backfiring. And I would argue that his silence here and refusal to discuss it at all is making things a lot worse. At least that's what's happening on Truth Social and also other social media platforms from people who are usually diehard Trump fans, like Matt Walsh, for example, huge MAGA commentator, rarely ever criticizes Donald Trump. Well, today he put out 2 different posts doing just that, criticizing Trump and his administration. In a new post, he said the Attorney General said she had the client list on her desk. The White House made a big show of giving binders marked Epstein Files Phase 1 to a bunch of influencers. Now they tell us that there is no list and we should stop talking about it. Well, then why did you say there was a list? Why did you pull that stunt with the influencers? Why did you call it Phase 1, obviously implying that there were more phases to come? If you claim that all of this seems normal, above board, and honest, you're being extremely obtuse. We're Americans, we don't accept obvious BS from our political leaders, and we don't move on from a topic just because we've been instructed to. A pretty scathing attack of the Trump administration, and he put out another post earlier in the day also going at Trump, saying, I've come back from vacation to learn that Epstein apparently wasn't a trafficker, even though he was arrested for being one. There is no client list, even though the Attorney General said she had it on her desk. He did kill himself, even though the video proving this point was edited. No prominent or powerful people are implicated, even though dozens of them flew on his plane to his island, and the whole issue doesn't matter, so we should move on and never talk about it again. Wow, well, I'm glad that's settled. One of MAGA's biggest commentators are just calling out the BS of what Donald Trump is trying to do here. The shifting explanations, the changing narratives. I mean, it all just smells incredibly fishy. And if people in Donald Trump's comments, MAGA fans, if MAGA commentators and Democrats are all saying the same thing, then maybe there's something wrong here. I mean, that is a strange moment of unity. And it's not just commentators, it's not just people in Donald Trump's comments, it's also former advisors to Donald Trump. Former General Mike Flynn and Donald Trump's former national security advisor yesterday posted this as everything was really going down, demanding transparency from Donald Trump, saying, please understand the Epstein affair is not going away. If the administration doesn't address the massive number of unanswered questions, especially about the abuse of children, then moving forward on so many other monumental challenges our nation is facing becomes much harder. Everybody in the MAGA movement, whether it be former advisors, commentators, fans, whatever, are talking about this. And I hate, pains me to say this. I'll probably never say this again, but Michael Flynn is right. Until these questions are answered, this story simply won't go away. Now, as I mentioned, it's not going away. It's following Donald Trump everywhere he goes, whether it be online or in person. And the in-person part is exactly what happened today when Donald Trump was asked about Deputy Director of the FBI, Dan Bongino, because there's been some reporting that maybe he might resign from his role. NBC and others are saying that Dan Bongino is considering leaving his job after a heated confrontation with Pam Bondi over his frustration about how the DOJ has handled the Epstein files, according to a person who spoke with Bongino and a source familiar with the interactions. That person said that Bongino is out of control, furious. This destroyed his career. He's threatening to quit and torch Pam Bondi until she's fired. And Donald Trump was asked about Dan Bongino today, and this is what he said.
Oh, I think so. I did. I spoke to him today. Dan Bongino, very good guy. I've known him a long time. I've done his show many, many times. And he sounded terrific, actually. No, I think he's in good shape. I was going to ask you, on this one-year anniversary...
Yeah, I think he's in good shape, Donald Trump says. He sounds terrific. Now, I think that's Donald Trump speak for, just trying to cover it up and pretend that, oh, everything's great at the FBI, everything's good at the DOJ, there's no controversy, there's no division, there's nothing like that. It could be the case that Dan Bongino actually doesn't sound terrific, that he's not in good shape and considering to resign. Donald Trump obviously would lie about this. He lies about literally anything, whether it's of significance or insignificance. But all of this, he's being asked questions about it in person now by reporters. So regardless of what Donald Trump is trying to do, from going to soccer events to posting on Truth Social, this story is not going away, and it's just following him everywhere he goes. So I will leave the video there. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you being here. Make sure to subscribe to the channel down below. Drop a like on the video, comment, let me know what you think about the story. And as I always say, I greatly appreciate you, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.